Cannabis oil processing plant could be built in Hampton. The question is where? RX Native Pharmaceuticals wants to set up shop near NASA Langley.
City's Planning Commission already gave it the green light. 13 News Now reporter Evan Watson tells us what's next.
Later this year, the Commonwealth will permit one company in each of the 5 health districts to start producing medical cannabis oil. RX Native Pharmaceuticals wants this building in Hampton to be its headquarters, and they got a boost from the city government last night.
Everyone on the Hampton Planning Commission voted to rezone this building to be a cannabis oil processor in the future.
They see the benefits, obviously, for people that have various ailments, from epilepsy to all the way through cancer.
That's Joe Scarcello, CFO for RX Native Pharmaceuticals, a company trying to be the only cannabis oil producer and distributor in Hampton Roads.
This is an alternative to opioids. Opioids, as you've heard in the press and what's going on right now, opioids is a killer. And this is a safer alternative to pain management.
RX Native is the only company applying for the Commonwealth permit from Hampton. Mayor Donnie Tuck says that's an advantage when you look at the region as a whole.
You can get to Hampton much more easily than you can get to the south side if you're coming from some other place in the area. So that may be a competitive advantage for Hamptons.
Many city officials have been supportive of the project since the beginning. They say 100 new jobs and medical benefits are both wins for Hampton.
For those who are in the community who may be somewhat apprehensive about the city supporting something like this, I would suggest that perhaps that apprehension may be somewhat unfounded.
With approval from a future city council vote, RX Native would only need the Commonwealth permit to start hiring and producing.
And to see some of these parents and some of the ones that have talked, to the legislators about what this is all about relative to what can be done to give quality of life to their kids, it's just amazing. So that's what's got me going.
After the Commonwealth decides who gets a permit, each company has a year to earn its license and start producing medical cannabis oil. In Hampton, Evan Watson, 13 News Now.